Tacos. Yes, we got tacos. We got tacos here from Mexi, and I know it. Everybody, here we go again. We have one more time. We have tacos. Tacos. Carlitos. All right, everybody. It's John and George, repping the Stateline. We're at Lucha Cantina today. We've got some amazing tacos.
Hey everyone, we're here at Guanajuato.
Guanajuato.
Yes, Guanajuato. Hey everybody, it's George and John. John and George.
John and George and John. I'm repping the Stateline.
Stateline.
We're back!
Stateline, we're back, baby.
Yes, we are.
Oh my goodness,
Welcome.
the first time we let George record, it comes up sideways. So
Hey, I'll tell you what though, those tacos there were incredible that day.
Yeah, they were.
those were really good tacos.
I think we're coming up, was it almost 2 years ago that we did that, huh?
That was March 3rd, 2020.
March 3rd. Yeah, so we're just over 2 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was
Just over
that
2
was about
years.
that was almost a month before lockdown.
That's crazy because lockdown, it was right before my birthday. On March 9th, we all went out too for some drinks. And later I think lockdown was like a week later.
Yeah. It was nuts.
So
Yep.
I remember sitting at the office and like we went to the TV in the conference room and just like turned it on. It was like, wow, everything shut down. It was crazy.
We still got tacos. We did a couple more of those Taco Tuesdays. We ordered takeout because you couldn't eat anywhere.
Yep.
Brought it back to George's office and hung out there.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
There
then
was a
our
couple
last
episodes that we were trying to keep it alive, and once the lockdown, it was impossible.
that last one was the best though, when we were sitting, you in your car, me in my car in the parking lot of Fiesta Cancun, with the camera in each car, microphones in the middle. We were just hopping back and forth between the two of them trying to do a taco thing. It was like, all right, we realized at that time we're done. This is not going to work. You can't eat tacos in the car. They're just a mess. Which camera are we looking at?
Yeah,
we definitely
it
know
was
George
rough.
was not in charge of recording that one.
No. But no, it was a good time. I mean, like just having fun with recording, but repping the Stateline. I mean, the whole purpose
So
of
we're-
that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, so we're back. Excited to be back. It's been a couple years. I know we grew the group to quite a following, and it was a really fun time back in end of 2019 going into 2020. And Josh has joined kind of, for a while we did the John and George and John,
Yeah.
and we did our taco videos, and that was kind of our biggest, one of my favorite parts of repping the Stateline. And now Josh is full-time in with us and joining the podcast. So we got John, George, and Josh. Stateline.
It's a George
Repping the
sandwich
Stateline.
between the two J's right here.
There we
There you
go.
go.
JJG, baby.
JGJ. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, guys, I'm super excited to come on full time with you guys now. I think we are going to have a really nice show that we're going to do. And I'm looking forward to getting to know everybody and talking and, really repping the Stateline.
Well, that's
That's
it. I
right.
mean, and what better representation? Just want to like put that out there for people that might not realize this, but I mean, there's a couple of decades between each of us, but yet we are like the best of friends.
Exact
I
two
mean,
decades.
So
Exact.
we're giving you like a wide variety of reactions in each generation. So there's something for everybody here, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, or 40s, 50s. It's just how it is. But I'm looking at this to be a great experience for us guys, just to, catch up, talk a little bit. I mean, we were goofing around with our world's best dads plaques and everything. So show them up there because we all have kids. They're all at different ages. So we started this off. George is throwing us his best dad
Best
ever.
dad ever.
Best dad on the block. And then, of course,
I got the
like, they
best
got
dad on the block. I also got the best dad bod, for us,
Oh,
us
there you
thick
go.
people in life.
No. What did you call it? Husky?
Husky. Yes, my wife calls me Husky.
You're husky. Yes. Yes.
There you go.
I wish I could say I was husky still. I mean, those of you that remember watching 2 years ago, this is the same guy in the video. I'm just letting you know, but COVID was not kind to me.
You know where we got that husky thing is like an inside joke, because when I was a kid, I was always a bigger kid, as you probably could tell. But my mom would go to Old Navy and get pants, but she'd have to get the husky size, not the regular slim fit size. So my wife has an inside joke that she calls me Husky now because I had to wear husky.
There you go. There you go.
Do they still have husky?
Oh, I'm sure. Come on.
They still have husky.
But everything was just stretch fabric, skinny jeans now.
I think everything starts at husky now after COVID.
There's no slim fit. It's husky slim.
Yep. So let's talk a little bit about what we can expect with their new podcast, Reppin the Stateline podcast. This first episode, we really just want to kind of paint the picture of what to expect from us, what it's going to be like, what you're going to be able to hear, see. John, you want to dive into that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, it's basically just three of us sitting around talking just like anybody would any other day, and I hope it's entertaining for you, but it's just us being real and representing different items, events, or businesses around the Stateline area. I mean, our entire region is finally getting noticed for great things. We just want to share that with the world. So this podcast in general is just us talking about our Rockford metropolitan area. You know, the Stateline is such a big area. It's Winnebago County. It's across the border into Beloit up to Janesville, out towards almost Galena. I mean, everything just in our area, the things we do, the businesses we like to frequent, the different restaurants, the different activities that are here, like the forest preserves, and your favorite fishing hole, your favorite place to go eat a dinner on a Saturday night, the best fish fry in town, the best taco in town, best burger. We're going to talk about those kind of items, what makes the Stateline area so great. We're trying to represent it at its fullest. So be sure to, like the podcast, be sure to follow the podcast, subscribe on any platform that you're watching or listening on. We're going to come out once a week with this and on multiple platforms. So where you listen to podcasts, you're going to find it there. YouTube, you're going to find us there. And I'm always on the Repping the Stateline page on Facebook, because that's where it all started. So we're going to bring it back home for we have 950 members that have stuck with us for 2 years that still interact within that group. So go to Reppin the Stateline on Facebook and, become a member, and you'll get to know what's going on. But we're going to talk about the things that make the Stateline great. And we're also going to throw in a little knowledge about things that we do personally with our families and our businesses and what we see and do and enjoy. So some of those things are wine and whiskey and food, because,
Yep.
That's what I like.
Yeah,
As I do my Winnie the Pooh.
We should definitely have an episode where we talk about the different various whiskeys and bourbons and really dive into that. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun episode.
Yeah. I got a bunch of bottles we could pull them out. I mean, just last week, George, we got to meet a legend.
Yes, we did. So, it was quite the story, quite the event that we got to attend. So and meet this what was his name? What's his technical name?
It's Tim Kovac, and he is the guy that created Not Your Father's Root Beer.
Yeah. So he's the master distiller.
The master distiller and brewer at a great place called Spirit Water in Cary, Illinois, which is only about an hour from Rockford. But he created this root beer that'll get you in trouble, because if you like root beer and you don't like alcohol, you don't know you're drinking alcohol.
I got a cool story about that.
Oh, do you? Let's hear it.
Oh, so I guess it's kind of cool. I have a almost 2-year-old now, and it was she was born in July of 2020, right in the heart of COVID. So we had to wait to get her baptized, kind of till everything calmed down a little bit. And so me and my wife were trying to sit there trying to figure out what we can give my best friend Garrett Erickson. Shout out Garrett, for his, Godfather gift. So we bought a 6-pack of not your father's root beer, and we made labels and we put not your godfather's root beer.
There you go.
And that was kind of his gift. And
His
we got him the Godfather movie. So it was kind of cool that you guys met the master distiller of the drink, and we used it as our gift for a Godfather for her baptism.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
No, that's really
That's-
cool. And I mean, he has a great selection. The bourbon we had was just amazing
Off the
to the
chain,
point where I actually, and again, I'm in my office, so that's where we're doing this, but I actually have mine. I know George has his, so we'll give a shout out to Spirit Water. There's Tim Kovac's signature right there. He gave us autographed bottles. It's not something he does for everybody, but we had such a great conversation with the guy just talking about different bourbons and whiskeys and ryes, and it was just a truly great experience. So we should definitely have an episode where we just sit and sip.
Yeah, sip and give our kind of like, I think we should all three of us should kind of grab our 4 top, and we can all kind of discuss what our
That'd be
favorites
nice.
are and why.
Oh yeah.
Be fun. We'll make an episode out of it. So let's dive in a little bit to kind of get to know the three of us. So going forward, you know, a little bit about us and what you're going to hear on a weekly basis from us. Let's kick it off with Josh. Tell us about Josh. Who's Josh?
So I'm Josh. I work at Vision Insurance Group here in Loves Park, Illinois. We're a insurance broker. So we sell 30 companies when it comes to home and auto insurance. We do a lot of business insurance. We do annuities, 401k rollovers, health insurance, Medicare supplements, anything when it comes to like a one-stop shop for buying a house, retiring from your job. You can really set foot in our office, stop at each office individually, and get some very good knowledge on what you need to do, what you need to get, where you need to be, so you're properly covered, or for when you're retired, right? Make sure all your assets are protected. So that's my work. I'm also a part of the Sheila A. Doyle Foundation out of Chicago. It's a nonprofit organization that helps children ages 7 to 17 that have lost a loved one to homicide. I will talk about this a lot throughout our podcast and my life. My father was murdered when I was 3, so it's a huge deal to me and a huge organization that I'm a part of. I have a wife. I have 3 kids. I have a 7-year-old Mason. He's very heavy into sports right now, so we're in full swing of travel baseball and that.
I thought you were going to say husky there for a second, but very heavy into. Got it.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep. I have an almost 2-year-old Madeline. She's just a riot. She is your typical middle child. If you ever are around her, you'll understand. And then we actually just had a brand new baby, March 31st. So we are in full swing of family mode. Not much sleep. Making sure everyone's taken care of. Kids are to school when they need to be. Making sure my wife can rest when she needs to rest. We just bought a minivan, so we're part of the full-fledged family life of minivan. So that's exciting
wagon.
stuff. We'll have another episode on that. That was a terrible experience. So I have some tips and tricks for some people that are buying their first car or second car as a family, and some deals and stuff for that. But other than that, I coach baseball with my little kids. I enjoy hanging out with my family. I enjoy hanging out with JB and George. We try to get together as much as possible. But that's it for me. I know that George has some very exciting news that I'm sure he wants to talk about him. So what do you got there, George?
Yeah, so back when we started Reppin the Stateline, I was an employee of First Community Credit Union doing mortgages. I am now the mortgage dad. I'm continuing to be the mortgage dad, but I am no longer with the credit union, and actually am now with Planet Home Lending. Let's see if I got something here. Show off our logo a little bit. So Planet Home Lending, and we are a private mortgage company that basically has the ability to do every product under the sun. The way I always talk to my colleagues on it is, if we can't do it, it's probably not going to happen. So, which I'm really excited about, because I can now offer a whole variety of services, a whole variety of different programs, from your VA to USDA to bridge loans to you name it, to help homeowners in the Stateline area. Where I was at, I was really just one lane man. I can only do conventional type loans or in-house specials, where now I can pretty much open up the entire repertoire of mortgage products to my customers. So if you're definitely excited about it, I just started a week ago officially with the company. Well, a couple weeks ago, but it's been a really fun and exciting time. The technology of this company is second to none. The speed, efficiency, everything. I'm super pumped. And on that note, let's hear a little bit about the Rockstar Realtor, John.
Oh my. So exactly. My name is John Broad. I'm the Rockstar Realtor at eXp Realty. It's funny. This week is our kickoff broadcast for our podcast. It is also my 5-year anniversary in real estate this week. So Wednesday the 4th of May. Thank you guys. Is my 5-year anniversary. Also, May is another big month for me because on May 31st, I'm celebrating 25 years married to my wife.
Good for you. That is awesome.
I totally forgot.
You forgot to mention your kids.
My family. Yeah.
So tell me about the children, George. Tell us about the children.
I totally forgot that we went down that road. Yeah. So I am married and I have 2 beautiful girls, Lily and Emma. One's my oldest, 11 years old. Actually, yesterday I had a fun incident where she face planted in our dining room or living room and had to get stitches. So that was fun. So that happened yesterday.
George, we're not telling everybody that she fell in the living room. She got called up by the Ice Hogs.
Oh,
and she got into a fight protecting her goalie. That's what that was.
She did.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And the Ice Hogs are playing, so
yeah, they're in the playoffs.
We should talk about that in a bit. But I've been married. This next year, 2023 will be 15 years. So live in Rockford, my kids go to school in Rockford area. My wife's a teacher in Rockford. So definitely all into the city in this area and excited to be back and bring this, bring what we started back to fruition in I think a simpler, easier form with podcast.
Yeah. So going back to me now, because it's all about me.
Yes. Sorry.
No problem.
Always about the Rockstar Realtor.
It's always about me. So like I said, 5 years in real estate, 25 years married at the end of this month, May. I have 3 kids. My oldest is 22. My middle child, that's Kyle. My middle child, Andrew, turns 21 on May 5th. So we're celebrating his 21st birthday this week as well. So May is a huge month for my family. And then my daughter, Emily, she's 16. She's our youngest, and she is the one I am worried the most about because she's the craziest like me. But then, transplant. So I didn't grow up in Rockford. I'm not from here. I moved to this beautiful city 22 years ago from New York City. I was born and raised in Sunnyside, Queens. So I went from, the biggest city in America to, the Rockford area, what is it? A couple 100,000 people here. But I love it. I mean, this is my home. I've actually lived here almost as long as I lived in New York. I've been with my wife longer than I've been without her. So this has become our home. This is where we are. We're in the Roscoe area. So, but I sell real estate. I'm with a company called eXp Realty, which is a virtual brokerage, which was huge during the pandemic. I made the switch the day after we went into lockdown. When all offices were closed, we were still open. It's been a great career for me. And the 5 years I'm selling real estate, I've had almost 90 transactions. So I've had a lot of experience. When the average realtor sells a handful of transactions a year, maybe 8 to 10, I've had 90 in 5 years. I average between 25 and 30 a year. So we're just gonna do what we got to do and have fun. I work with buyers, love first-time home buyers. I do a lot of listings right now. Love working with sellers, helping them declutter and depersonalize their home to make it ready for someone else to buy it and love it. And I think a lot of my background, I was a carpenter and a remodeling contractor for almost 20 years before I got into real estate. So my knowledge of building and construction, I think, helps me guide my buyers into finding that perfect home. So
Awesome.
that's me in a nutshell. Like whiskey and wine on my days off, and my wife and I do a lot of wine tastings. We go to a lot of wineries in the area, so we'll probably have a wine update at least once a week on where I was the week before. Tell you about a cool spot and a new vintage that just came out. That'll be a
Nice.
little promo, I guess. I'll see if I can get some of these wineries to sponsor our show.
Oh, that'd
There
be
you-
fun. We could have wine giveaways.
There you go.
So Josh, you mentioned, or somebody mentioned, Ice Hogs.
Ice
Oh
Hogs.
yeah. So the Ice Hogs are in town. They actually made the playoffs. They've been playing really great hockey lately. We are a hockey family in our house as well as pretty much all sports. But they're playing the Texas Stars, 3-game set starting tomorrow is the first game. Second game would be on Friday, and if there is a third game, it would be on Saturday. They are anticipating like a sellout crowd on that. Their last like 3 or 4 games were completely sold out. So if you like go to normal Ice Hogs game, it's probably half full. But since they're making the playoffs, making a good push, they're a really young team, and a lot of these prospects are going to probably end up at the Blackhawks here, within the next year or two, honestly, because they are doing so well with their new interim coach because their head coach went up to the Blackhawks. So then their assistant coach became the interim coach, right? And he's done a really good job with these young guys. It's gonna be a fun series. They both don't like each other, so it's kind of cool because last time I went to a Stars Ice Hogs game in January with my family, and in like the beginning of the second, full line brawl. Literally, the puck was dropped. All 10 guys, drop their sticks and their gloves, and they start going at it. I mean, you have refs pulling people off and throwing them, and the whole crowd's going nuts.
That's awesome.
So it's a pretty exciting thing. The AHL that they are in started the new format for playoffs. So instead of having the 4 teams in the playoffs, they have 5 now. So the Ice Hogs end up in 4th place. So the 4 is playing the 5 seed, which is the Texas Stars. And I believe
3-game playoff, is that what it is?
3-game playoff, and I believe the winner of them will play a 3-game series against the Chicago Wolves. So that's actually pretty exciting too because we're so close to obviously the Chicago Wolves and they're pretty big rivals as well. So if you like hockey, you like excitement, you're thinking of a nice place to take the family on a Friday night, get the kids out for excitement. I would suggest checking out the Ice Hogs.
Well, we're releasing
fun.
this. The podcast is going to be launched on Friday, so really tonight, if you're listening, the series starts tonight. So
tonight, if you're listening, game 2 of the Ice Hogs at the Beam O'Harris Bank Center.
George, won't you be in attendance for that game too?
Maybe. Yeah, I got a funny story. I live right by the Wintrust Bank, the new branch that they opened off at Perryville. And a couple weekends ago is the weekend that we were at the winery, John. So that weekend, my parents were watching my kids, and they had some kind of event where something to do with recycling, apparently, but they had the radio station there, and they were just giving away 4 tickets to the Ice Hogs. And I've got 4 tickets. So yeah, there's a chance that I don't know which night we're going to go, but we're going to have to use up those tickets and get out there. So I'll be there for sure, either Friday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday, depending on how our schedule works out. But
cool.
That's definitely in the cards for
I'm hoping for it to go to game 3 just because my son, the one that turns 21 this week, has a whole bunch of friends coming into town for his birthday, and a bunch of the guys are going to go to the game. And I said, well, I'll go too. So I'm hoping.
Oh, that'd be fun.
If they have a Saturday night game, I'm going to go to a game with my adult child and all his buddies for where they could actually partake in some adult beverages for a change. And
do they sell alcohol at the Ice
yes,
House?
Yes, they do. It's aluminum. They have mixed drinks in aluminum cans. And
wow.
Yeah, I was actually at a game just a few weeks ago because, you guys are all involved in it too. The Rockford Cosmopolitan Club
Yep.
Great organization right here in Rockford too. Talk about people helping community. The Rockford Cosmos, largest cosmopolitan club international club unit in the country. Also, the only all male organization in the entire country. As far as for the Cosmos, all the other Cosmo organizations around the country are co-ed. But we raised a lot of money for diabetes research, diabetes awareness, and for local causes as well. One of them being we help the Crusader Clinic a lot with donations. We help other research facilities in the area, and we had a night sponsored by Dr. T and Dental Dimensions in the Dental Dimension Lounge where we had a fundraiser and we all went to the game. You bought your ticket. We had food. We had to buy our own alcohol, but soda and water was included, and watched a great game right over the net up on that third tier up above, and had 75 people up in that Dental Dimension Lounge cheering on the Ice Hogs to a win that day. So
I just want to give a shout out to the Rockford Cosmopolitan Club. My wife is a type 1 diabetic and has been since she was about 12 years old. So it's nice having a club here in town that really supports a cause that hits close to home. So
yeah, John and I are both Cosmos, and it's great to be a Cosmo is what they say.
It's a great day to be a Cosmo, and the big Cosmo golf outing will be coming up soon too. So we were playing in a foursome, the three of us. So that'll be a fun podcast recap because it's
we should attach our microphones to our golf carts and get a GoPro, and we should just record our podcast while playing.
I think we will have footage.
Oh, that would be dope.
If you subscribe to the channel, I think there will be footage of the golf play.
Of the golf play.
Yeah. Not all of it though. We can't have all of it. It's not all for public consumption.
No.
But definitely a good time though. Cosmos golf. Other thing, guys, I don't know. Did you guys see the Forbes magazine article about Rockford being such an amazing place?
I see it, but I didn't get a chance to read it yet.
Well,
I took a glance at it. Yeah.
They were talking up that this beautiful city. I've been telling people this forever because when they say, whenever my friends back east in New York go, "Oh, you live in Chicago," it's like, no, I'm not in Chicago. I'm in the Rockford metropolitan area, the Stateline area. But we're 90 minutes to Chicago. Madison is an hour. Milwaukee's an hour 15. I mean, we're at a hub, and I think we're just under 2 hours to Dubuque. I mean, it's like we're in this hub of some major, amazing places to be, right in the center of it all. And people are noticing that Rockford, one, is affordable to live in. Yes. Two, the downtown landscape is changing. Like you go to this game this weekend, go early, go have some dinner downtown. There are so many great restaurants now that are open all around downtown. You can walk everywhere. Parking is dirt cheap. I mean, it's $5 or $10 to park your car if you want it a lot. And a lot of times you can park on the street in most areas around the city there, especially after certain times of the day. Just great bars, great restaurants. The new hotel that they're revamping all the old buildings that when I came here 22 years ago, that
Embassy Suites is amazing.
That was a sketchy part of town to go see an Ice Hogs game. I moved here 20 years ago. Like you drive down there and you're like, you don't want to stop at lights. And now it's like a pub.
If you do make it down there, JB, on Saturday, or you, George, go see my boy Joe West over there at J Bears. It's
Joe West,
right
the umpire.
No,
or no, wait,
it's right. It's right across the street from the Embassy Suites.
Okay.
And it's just a small little hole in the wall bar. Drinks only. He's a good guy. His dad is actually like a professional pool player.
Oh, really?
And is like a pretty famous pool player. So yeah, if you guys go down there, it's a staple. I mean, you'll go in there and it's packed with Ice Hogs fans. So it's a good place to go have some drinks.
Nice. Right across from Embassy Suites. Yeah. No, Embassy Suites is gorgeous. I don't know if you guys have been yet, but I've been there twice.
I have not stayed there yet.
They have an awesome. I like to do that. The hotel is really state of the art. I mean, even the elevators, there's no buttons. So they're like when you get to the elevator, they have like a little keypad outside of the main lobby floor, and you just tell them what floor you're going to. You just press the button, and then it tells you which elevator you're going to be riding. It comes, you get in. There's nothing to push. It takes you to that floor.
Wow.
It's really unique. And then they have, if you stay there, they have a what do they call it? Like an open bar social hour from 5 to, it's usually like 2 hours. I think it's like 5 to 7 or 5:30 to 7:30. And
Just a
it's
happy
unlimited
hour?
drinks. Yeah, it's just happy hour that they have a special name for it, but yeah, it's unlimited drinks at the bar. And it's free drinks. It's part of your stay. And then in the
nice.
morning they have breakfast that's cooked to order eggs, phenomenal, like buffet breakfast, also included in your fare. It's seriously, like, if you want to get away for one night, just to get away, you feel like you're going somewhere, go stay downtown. Like, you can go to that bar, maybe the Ice Hogs games, crash there. You've got the drinks in the evening, nice breakfast in the morning, swimming pool indoors, and it's all state of the art. The rooms are gorgeous. You get some decent views if you get a lake view, or not a lake view, or river view. River view room. I can't highly recommend it enough. It's great.
See, I haven't been there yet because, like what you're saying, that little staycation, that's something that me and my wife like to do a lot of. So we'll, like, instead of going, you don't want to get in the car and go drive 3 hours away and go stay somewhere. So sometimes, like, just want to get out for a day and a night. So go off on a Saturday, go exploring. We'll stay usually at the Ironworks Hotel in Beloit. Get a river balcony room, which is a really nice suite they have there. And they have packages where you could get dinner and a couple of drinks at Merrill and Houston, the steakhouse. So you stay in the room, you get dinner there.
That's a great place.
It's a really great place to eat.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll go to Milton, which is not far from there. So there's Northleaf is the winery right there in Milton. It's right in downtown. And so we'll go there, and we'll have some wine, and get a couple bottles, then go back to downtown Beloit, have dinner at Merrill and Houston's, maybe walk around downtown, stay in this beautiful hotel for the evening. Next morning, get up and go, because they do a continental, like muffins and all that's from Blue Collar Coffee. They'll have out, but there's no hot breakfast there. So we'll head over to Bagels and More and get breakfast sandwiches and some coffee, and just, it's a real nice oasis we have, like, right here, 5 minutes away. So
for sure.
But I definitely have to try the Embassy Suites out, because that's someplace I want to go to and check it out. I've been there to eat in the restaurant downstairs.
Yeah, they have a rooftop restaurant bar. It's pretty nice. Obviously not in the winter. So what is that, like 2 months out of the year? It's decent to sit up there.
Well, yeah, I'm hoping. Like, I mean, this weather we've had lately, it's supposed to be 35 baby. Again tonight.
Yeah, it's only May 3rd, May 2nd, May 3rd. And we are still cold, rainy. I am so ready for summer.
No, George, secret. What's that, Josh? Secret. It's May 6th, because this is broadcasting on May 6th.
Oh, good call. Good call.
See, my thing though is, I would rather it be cold, rainy, crappy in April and May, beginning of May, than the last like 3 or 4 years when we're getting these torrential downpours in June because the whole weather's off, right? They always said April rain brings May flowers, right?
Mm-hmm. No, it's in May and it's still May rain.
It's beginning of May. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
All next week, Monday is supposed to be like 70 degrees and sunny.
Yeah, as soon as Mother's Day.
We got Golf League Monday. We're gonna be 70 degrees, sunny. Good day to get out to play some golf. So I'm okay with it right now. It's okay.
All right. Well, I'm not. I'm ready. I'm ready for the nice weather for sure. So I think that anything else we want to kind of cover in this introductory podcast to kind of introduce. So we could definitely talk about our format. So this is episode 1, and we are doing how many episodes per season? Well, the first one's going to be a different extended.
This is an extended season. There's going to be about 20 episodes to this season. Then we're going to take about a 6-week break, and then we'll have season 2 come out sometime, I think, in November, and it'll be 10-week
November.
seasons from there on. So
Yep.
we'll be doing 10 episodes a season, once a week. And again, we want feedback from you, the people that like us to listen to this too. So what would you like to hear about? If there's a topic you want to know about, we'll do it. But we're going to try to, our format's this. I mean, 3 guys talking about stuff going on in the area at that time within that week. It's not like we're going to sit down and do a whole bunch of pre-recorded interviews and just let it go. We're going to be, some days we're going to be on our call like this and we're headphones. Other days we're going to be in person with a microphone sitting in the same room together. I think we should do that for our whiskey taste, and that'd be a little more fun.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's going to be
Well, yeah,
horrible
especially
for
if
you to taste.
Especially if we all bring our favorite 4 bottles.
Right.
Yes,
Exactly.
We just have 12 bottles of whiskey.
And we got to get, we should get Uber to sponsor that one so that we're drinking, what do they call it? Drinking
responsibly.
Drinking responsibly. And I think we can find a local car service that'll be more than happy to sponsor that if we let him get a few minutes on the air.
There you go.
I think Josh knows who I'm talking about. So, but I'm not saying the word till he pays for it. I'm sorry. Don't mean to be saying like that. No, but seriously, we're going to have businesses come in too from time to time. We're going to interview some local shop owners. We're going to interview people that are running certain charitable events. So it's not just going to be 3 guys just talking nonsense the whole time. We're also going to be 3 guys talking nonsense with a guest.
And it's mainly we want to be informative and give the Stateline community, the people that we spend most of our time with, kind of an insight into what's going on that they may not know about. I learned just from our conversation today about the Ice Hogs. I haven't been to a game, and I think I've been to 2 Ice Hogs games so far, and it's been a few since I've been. So I would just hearing those kind of things. I had no idea. So hopefully by listening to us on a weekly basis, you'll pick up some of the cool happenings, things that are happening, things that are new that nobody really knew about, and bring it to light and give it some attention that it deserves.
Does anybody know what date City Market's starting again?
Ooh.
We'll have to find that out. It's in the next few weeks.
It's in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I just saw something about that.
Well, there's a huge controversy about the grounds and where they're going to be putting stuff, because I haven't been to the City Market in a while, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think they used to shut down the bridge that connected, the east side of the bridge to the west side of the bridge. So people that were on the west side were stuck on the driving were stuck on the west side and couldn't get over to the east side. So I think there's like a huge controversy over that.
Right. And that was, so just for full disclosure, so up until 2020, when we shut down in March and we were coming into spring, they decided City Market would open. It would be an outdoor only market. So you couldn't go inside because they have that new building that was completely renovated. The City Market runs all the time.
Gorgeous inside.
It's beautiful. And you got, what is it? There's a couple of restaurants in there that have great food. Yep. I mean, and the problem was that you couldn't do anything indoors. So they had to move those people outside. Plus everything underneath that pavilion was outside. So there wasn't enough room. And if you all remember the summer of 2020, we had a lot of protests going on around the country. And we're not a political show. So we're not talking about whether we agree or disagree or whatever, but it's a fact there were a lot of protests going on. So in order to accommodate all the vendors, all the people who wanted to go, the protesters, they shut the bridge down for the first time ever. And they basically put up a barricade 2 blocks east of the bridge and to Main Street, a barricade, and that was all shut down and vendors were in the streets. The big problem was traffic can't get across anymore. You can go from west side to east side, but to get the other way on Jefferson, it's a nightmare to come all the way around and get back up. And then there's no parking. So the restaurants on the west side of the bridge and the shops on the west side of the bridge were having a hard time. They weren't getting their normal clientele. And Friday nights, which were one of their best nights of the year of the week, became one of their worst nights of the week. So a lot of people have been 140 businesses have signed a petition to bring it back to pre-COVID, which was the bridge is open, it's under the pavilion, and it's in the building, the pavilion, and all the way down to the park along Madison. going towards the Riverview Ice House and extend it that way, the way it used to be.
I think that would
And
work if they extended more towards Riverview Ice House.
and they
That'd
should. They have a
probably be
huge
Sure.
parking lot down there. It's not
huge
even
parking
used.
lot. Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can bring it all the way down to Prairie Street Brewery if you needed to. It's all right in that general area. So I would say Madison Street would be the better street to close down
Yep.
and let us have the east-west corridor on State, have parking up that way, and then let people go. Because I know me and Venice, we used to go every Friday night. We would bring our daughter Emily. We would do City Market, check things out, go to Woodfire for pizza and drinks, have dinner downtown, and get down there like right after work at 5 o'clock and not get home till like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock that
Did
night
you-
after spending all night downtown.
Their restaurant, by the way, now is awesome.
Did
We've
you
eaten
s-
there.
did you see that the old taco?
Josh, you just froze.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I
The
think
old
that
Taco
was his
Betty's.
time limit. I think he's
I-
cut off now. we just put a kibosh on Josh for
Yes,
the rest
I
of this
believe Josh
podcast.
was talking about the old Taco Betty's. Yes.
Yes. No, we should start to wrap up this episode. We're getting kind of
Sorry,
back.
towards our.
I
Oh,
froze.
he's back.
I was talking about the burger place. Did you hear me? My first question.
I heard the old Taco Betty's and then you froze.
Yeah, the old Taco Betty's turned into a burger place that opened up right the same day that they had Stroll on State.
Right.
And now it's closed already.
Yes.
Yeah. Shut down.
Sad.
Yeah, it was a short span.
I hope a local restaurant goes in there. I mean, it's a prime location, great location, and I think someone that has a good background in that could probably succeed pretty well.
Yep.
I definitely
sure.
think so because there are some really great restaurants all along that area, and we just need to find the niche. So a lot of people, when I heard, were saying they didn't want another burger place. That was part of the problem. I never had the privilege of eating there, so
Neither
I
have
can't tell
I.
you. But I definitely think, though, much like we did tacos, we're gonna have to find the best burger in the state line. I think that's. The
I don't
challenge.
know. I think today I was going to lunch with George and some of the other people from the state line. I think I might have had the best grilled buffalo chicken wrap in a long time in town.
Where was
Really?
that?
Yeah, we went to the Firehouse, and
Really?
I got the atomic chicken sandwich, like atomic buffalo
Right.
grilled sandwich, and it was incredible. Like I think
I
it
have never had that.
might
I'm
have
gonna
been the
to try
best
that
buffalo
now.
chicken sandwich I've had in town. So
Wow.
for all you people, if you're looking for a place to eat tonight on a Friday night, maybe stop up at the Firehouse and try the atomic buffalo chicken sandwich. Really good.
Interesting.
That sounds
That's
very
definitely going to be. Definitely will be something I try.
And I'm at
Oh,
the
yeah.
Firehouse quite often because it's right in my backyard. I live 5 minutes from
sure.
there.
Right.
So, and
Well,
I've never
guys-
had that, but they make a mean turkey club. I'll tell you that.
Do they?
I like their sweet potato fries. All right. Well, we wrapping this thing up, George and Josh?
Yeah,
I
I think
think-
I think we're doing pretty well for our first episode. I think we've answered a lot of the questions. Hopefully, people may have as to why we went away. And yes, we are back. It's true. We're excited for it, and I hope that we get a lot of these 950 followers to re-engage and follow us on our various YouTube channels where we're going to be posting content, and keep up with us. And definitely, this will get posted also to that Facebook group, like we mentioned. So feel free to leave some comments to that post.
Oh yes.
For ideas of what new stuff, new happenings, things that we should pay attention to and potentially go see. And
I know the three of us thrive on the interaction of other people. So the more
Yes.
that you guys get involved with us, with ideas, places to eat, things to do, or just simply want to have a conversation with us, we thrive on that, and I think it will make this podcast a lot stronger, and we'll have a lot of fun with that. So if you have any questions, anything you want to get to us, please feel free to reach out to any three of us, Facebook, any social media, email, however you guys want. So I'm looking forward to that.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's the reminder, everybody. So right below, wherever you're watching this video, hit the like and subscribe so you'll always know when the next episode comes out. You're listening to this wherever you listen to podcasts. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave us a review, leave us a star rating, however they do it. I know I use iTunes a lot for mine, so leave us a review. On Facebook, Reppin the Stateline is the page. Become a member of the group, like and share this with your friends. We can't make this work without you. I mean, this is just three guys. We're volunteering our time to make this the show, but it's your show. So what do you want to hear about? What do you want to know about? What do you want to see? We're just trying to bring what's in the area to light. So if you know of an event you want to be promoted, if you know of a charitable thing going on in our community, let us know. You can reach out to George. How do we get a hold of George?
Me, the best way is to go to my website, homewithgeorge.com.
All right. Josh?
Probably the easiest way to find me is on Facebook, Josh Cooper. You can't miss me. I have a big beard. It's a staple here.
Papa John over here.
And the same for me. Like, you can go to buywithbroda.com, or you can, I mean, heck, I'll give you my number. Shoot me a text, 815-847-0359. It's public. Shoot me a text. Say, I want to talk to you about the Reppin the Stateline podcast, and I'll be more than happy to get a hold of you, and we can talk and go from there and get something put together. So keep us informed of what you want to know about, and we're going to be here for you guys.
All right. Well, we will see you guys next Friday. Same time, same place.
That's it. All right, guys. Thank you. It's a wrap.